transportation, housing, credentials, and the convention center. A lot of people say that I have the stuff. And the reason they call it the stuff because it's, it's really all the different pieces you need when you arrive to the convention to be successful. You have to have a place to stay. You have to have a transportation mechanism. You have to make sure the security is in place. And then everybody wants their credentials. For some reason, I've had more new friends this week than I've ever had in my life. And the convention center is actually a new one this year where we normally have a headquarter hotel, which we still have, but a lot of the things that are happening at the headquarters hotel are happening at the million-square-foot convention center. So we're really fortunate this year to have that extra space. So to go through my departments one by one and give you a little bit of background on what they each do. Transportation is probably the biggest. It's divided up into several components. First is the airport operation. We do an entire meet and greet operation for all of our VIPs, delegates, media, all the different groups coming in, but you gotta have a good meet and greet operation just to help people maneuver in the airport and know where they're supposed to go and how the transportation system works out of the airport. So that's the first piece of it, is the airport operation. The second piece is the motor pool. We have the official provider, General Motors, who has provided 400 vehicles for us to, actually they're all hybrid and flex fuel. Those 400 vehicles are for staff so that we can move around, for VIPs, for state party chairs, in different groups. But it's really to allow people to do their work. They're not like limos that take people around the parties. It's really, people have such long days. It's really just to help people get around and do their work. We have over 1,000 volunteer drivers for those 400 vehicles as well. So it's actually one of the great things about the motor pool is it gives the volunteer drivers an opportunity to really get to know one person. When people say, what's your favorite job, that you have a volunteer assignment, I love the volunteer drivers because they have the best stories at the end. They can spend 4 days with one person and, they're like best friends at the end. And in fact, I've had people that have brought their volunteer drivers to the next city. I said, but they don't know their right way around. They're like, I know, but I like them, so they bring them anyway. So that's the motor pool operation. And then we have the bus system. That's really the heartbeat of the entire transportation system because we have 100 hotels contracted. From those 100 hotels, the buses go from the hotel to the Pepsi Center and back at night. And the reason that's important is it's actually the most efficient way to get there. The buses are swept by the Secret Service in the morning. There's a law enforcement on the bus, and so those buses can go straight into the perimeter. So it really is the most efficient way to travel to and from the convention. The next piece is special services. Special services comprises of special buses where if someone's having a party somewhere else, they can rent a bus that comes straight to the Pepsi Center and from their party, because if you're not coming from the hotel and you're having a function in Red Rocks, how do you get from Red Rocks to the hotel? That's what special services is for buses that are doing alternative moves besides from the hotels to the Pepsi Center.